Okay, hello everyone. Welcome to this second meeting. So we are going to work on the second project, and it is called defining the problem. So what we are going to do basically, we are going to analyze the drip and dry's current situation, where we identify the problem, we come up with the causes of the problem, we go to the process we can use while solving the problem. Then after we brainstorm the solution. So to start, I would like to welcome Patrick to share his finding and what you think about the situation. Patrick.
Yes, thank you so much, Eve, for welcoming us to this group project. So as everything is clear on what to work on, so I will start by identifying actually the problem that overview. This place is a crowded place. It's a business that has got a laundromat and a place for coffee, a coffee area where customers come. But the main problem that this company is facing is having the place very crowded, very noisy for customers, and even some loyal customers are fed up due to this kind of disorganization that is current there. So that is mainly like the problem we're going to work on and actually go ahead and find out the solutions. So thank you.
Okay, thank you, Patrick, for sharing out. So we would also like Raisa to share her findings on the question.
Well, thank you, Eve. Well, as Patrick said, so this trend company, they have an issue with their customers because their place is very, very small. That's what I can say, because they don't have many seats for their clients. And then the building in which this company works in they have few hours of work, to mean from 11 a.m. to 3 p.m., whereby they also close from 3 to 4, and then customers also can come back to from 5 up to 8. So due to that issue, there is a very huge line on food and drinks, which makes many customers leave and then they don't come back. So the place is also very noisy. So that's why many customers fail to come back. Especially also they have a parking issue. The parking is very small, so they can't park. The space is very small, so many customers come by foot, which is very, very annoying for them. That's why they can't come for their services at Drink and Dry. So that's the current situation at Drink and Dry that I can say. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Raisa and Patrick, for your sharing. So I don't think I'm going to repeat what you just said because we're reading the same materials. But to sum up, as you said, Drip and Dry, it's a business that offers the laundromat and coffee shop services. Then its current situation is that the business is facing an increasing number of customers where the place is being congested and the customers, the former customers, like are complaining that the price is being noisy. So from the Curry's observations, as Raisa talked, they said that many customers are struggling to find parking space, and this indicates that the business is lacking a space, so they have insufficient space, and like they said that mainly there are some customers who come to the business, then they sit, they grab like one bottle, they spend there almost 3 hours. So they're even taking a lot of time there. So that is what you can say as a problem. And we are going to go to the second question about the causes of the problem. So each one is going to determine what he or she found as cause to the problem. So we can follow the same protocol. So Patrick will start, then Raisa.
Eve, thank you so much for giving me this time. So I think the factors contributing to the problem, it's mainly lack of organization, because I think having many customers shouldn't be a problem. Actually, it's an opportunity, but then lack of organization, like the company having the ability to say, why not maybe we increase, let's say, the working space, so that maybe customers who come for cleaning their clothes, like finding their place. I mean, others who come for drinking or taking beverages, they then also find, like, it's a matter of having organization. So I find lack of organization as a factor contributing to the problem. And also the noisy customers. Some people actually misbehave because, again, if you're at a person's working environment, like the company should have like norms and say, if you are here, you shouldn't like disturb others, you shouldn't make noise, because you have to be considerate of others who are also coming to get services from us. So those are like the main factors that I find that are actually leading to this problem. Thank you.
Yeah. Yeah, thank you, Patrick. So, Laisa, you can
Well,
take
I
over.
can't go far from what Patrick said. So, the issue here, the factors that are contributing to this issue is the location, the working environment, as well as the management. So, starting with the working environment, as many customers complained about the noisy place. So, this could be a problem. Maybe they should move from that location and then go to another place. The matter of fact that have many customers, that will be an opportunity, as Patrick said, because the more customers they get, the more revenue they get. So the work environment can be favorable when the people are complaining about the noise. So going to the management, the matter of fact that a customer come and sit on one drink for 3 hours, this is lack of management, good management. If they have maybe trained their employees on how to treat customers, maybe ask them if they want something else to eat, something else to drink. If they have maybe other things to offer to them for them to get them busy, either the Wi-Fi, maybe the television right there to occupy them for them to drink. So that's the main issue that I have. Also, if they could just try to improve their services and also increase the place, because the place is also an issue, because as they told us, there is a long line of people. So as there is a long line, people could just stand outside, or elsewhere the parking. They could just move to another place for those two things to be solved. Thank you. That's it.
Thank you, Laisa and Patrick, for your sharing. So I also have the two possible causes of the problem. So the first one I said is increase the number of increase the number of customers with a limited space. So the business is having a small space to use where the number of customers is increasing. So this lead to the problem of like having the place very congested. And then the second possible cause to the problem is using the business space for parties. We found that there are a few customers who sit there for like a whole day using the space for their like as their office. So this leads to the problem of having a noisy environment and very congested place. So thank you again for your sharing on this second question. And then we are going to tackle the third question, which is more of the process that we can use to solve the problem. Patrick. The floor is yours.
So, brainstorming potential solutions to the problem. I think the first
Excuse
thing
me.
is having
Excuse me,
organization.
Patrick. So we are going to tackle.
Yes.
You are going to talk about the processes that you can use to solve the problem. Thank you.
Yeah, yeah. It was. Yeah, thank you. It was what I was coming to. The process. First of all, in order for them to understand the problem, is that they have to first of all sit as a company and try to for them to understand the problem, right? They need to be having the ability to understand the problem that is currently there. So after understanding the problem, they need them to have a way of organizing their customers and setting out the norms. So when they set up norms and say if customers come here, this is the way they are gonna behave, then also that can help. That can be a good process. And another thing they have to do then is try out the things and see if it works out or if it doesn't. If it doesn't work out, maybe they can also try to get other extra, solutions like maybe renting other space if they are getting many and more customers. So I think that's basically the process I would use to get to the solution. Thank you.
So yeah,
Yes,
thank you so
very.
much, Patrick, for sharing. So now Laisa can talk about her process.
Well, thank you, Eve. Coming to the process and how to deal with this issue, well, I think that a small meeting would enable the team of Trip and Dry to know the exact cause of this problem. Having this meeting will enable them to come up with a small solution that will help to handle this fact that they're losing clients as well as they're getting more clients, but they don't have the space. So conducting a small research, like between group mates or the staff, would enable them to gather together different opinions regarding the solution. I mean, this problem, which will enable them to tackle all positions to know exactly the the source of this problem. So discussing together with the team will allow also them to come up with some innovative things that will enable also the team as well as the business to improve either on the part of customers as well as on the part of employees. So that's all I think about the process that will enable this company to deal with the problem after we come back to the possible solutions. Thank you. Eva, can you switch on your microphone, please?
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Thank you, Raisa. So I was saying that uh, I have also come up with uh, a process that we can use. We have so by analyzing the problems where we say that this problem may lead the business to this level, maybe it may lead the problem to downfall, or maybe it can decrease the income, the earnings of the business. So the process I have come with is called it is called the problem solving process, which have almost five steps. So the first step is problem recognition and definition. So with this step, it's where you have to recognize the problem. You identify what the problem is, which I can say it is defining the problem. So the second step is problem analysis. So we analyze the problem. After identifying the problem, then we have to analyze it to find, we see whether it can maybe lead a business to somewhere. So another step for this process is called generate alternative solutions. So here now you need to sit as a team, then you come up with all possible solutions you think that can be applied to the problem. And then in the fourth step is where we need to sit and select the best solutions. Then from selecting the best solutions, the third step is implementing the solution. Then the last step is evaluating the outcome. So after implementing the solution, you will see whether the problem maybe is gone. So if you find that the problem is still there, you will need to go back to the third step where you have to generate possible solutions. Then you follow the order. You select you generate possible solutions. Then from possible solution, you select the solution, you implement it, you evaluate whether it works or not. So this is the process I have came with, and I believe now it's time to decide on which process we can go, or we talk to we talk about the possible solutions, then we come to the process we can use. What do you think?
Well, thank you, Eve. Well, I think that we should tackle the possible solutions that can drip and dry use to tackle this matter, and then we came back to the process that we could use to handle that matter.
Okay, thank you, Raisa. So now we can talk about our possible solutions. Like each one is going to mention three possible solutions that he or she thinks that can apply to this situation. So Patrick, you will start.
Eve, thank you so much for giving me this time. So I think the potential solutions to these problems, first of all, it's having organization. As I said earlier, they should have some kind of organization even with the resources they have, and try to organize their customers and try to organize their people so that they actually even try to first fight the problem of disorganization and making noise in the workplace. Then the second uh, potential solution that I would give would be implementing that and seeing if it works. So if they continue getting many customers, they can then end up renting more space or maybe buying if they want. Thank you.
Thank you, Patrick, for your sharing. So now, Laisa, can you share with us your
Well, Eva,
solutions?
thank you very much. So, going to my possible solutions, I think the main thing that really scares these customers of drip and dry is the matter of not having good services. So, I think that the first possible solution that I could suggest in drip and dry business, I think providing trainings to employees as well as their staff so as to know how and when to maintain their customers, as well as treat them right. So, if as we saw that in the problem, there is 1/8 of people that they go, they spend almost 1 hour without only one drink. If employees knew how to reach out to your customers and then tell them, can you take this? Do you mind doing this? For them to feel that they are treated right, they could just stay longer as well as have other things which will benefit the business. So I also think This will enable them to avoid them being disorganized, as there have been a long waiting list of customers online. This having employees who are arranged, knowing how they do things, will enable customers to feel that they are respected, as well as they will be there will be no time to waste on the waiting line, because employees will do their best, as quick way to provide the services that employees have been waiting for. So the second possible solution that I think I could suggest is to provide a discount on beverages as well as the food. So for a customer to feel that he or she is satisfied, that must be something that motivates him or her. So I think that if a customer can sit for 3 hours on one drink, what if you suggest or you have a special meal for the day, and then you just post it there, and then tell them if you have that meal for the day, you will have you will have a discount on the beverage. For example, that meal maybe costs $50. And then if you take this meal of $50, we get a discount of 50% on a drink, any drink. That will motivate their customers, which will enable them to come very soon, as well as purchase more things at their business, which will increase their revenues. So the third one is advertising their business on different social media platforms. So this is to mean that we also saw that not all customers around, or their customers, they did know about the business. They did know what kind of services Drip and Drive offer. So the matter of fact that they didn't know what the business does, maybe that's the reason why they come and then they purchase one drink and then they sit down for 3 hours to observe. So advertising this will enable their business to know exactly to communicate before, to allow their customers to know what kind of services they provide ahead of time for them to come by to test their good food or their drinks that they offer. So that I think that'll be it about three solutions that I think that will help this drip and dry to continue their business as well as to improve their revenue. Thank you.
Thank you, Raisa and Patrick, for sharing. So I have managed to come up with three solutions too. The first solutions, as you said, it's more of training the employees. So we have found that the business is having like a big number of customers who sit at the press, then they spend there many hours. So the first thing the business can do is to train their employees on how they will receive and serve their customers. So this will help the business because by the time these customers they will be sitting using the business space for their personal interest, the employees may maybe approach them and they say like, uh, can we like can we deliver you another order or something like that, so that uh, those customers will see that the business has recognized that they are done with their orders and now they are enjoying the business property. So another possible solution, it's about employing, like, I don't know if I can call it e-commerce, like where the customers can make their order via online. So you can now ask yourself, like, what will happen to those who use Randomat services? So I thought, like, if they communicate that maybe they have like crows to be attended, so the business may take that initiative. They use their vehicles, then they go, they pick the crops, they bring them to the business, they attend them, then they bring them back to the owners. So you can now ask yourself, like, what will this solution help the company? So from the carries observation, we have found that there is a line for ordering food and drinks uh, during the peak hours. So this online ordering will help them like to have their order before time, and when they come for their orders, they will be available and they will only do what they will only pick without making orders. So that will reduce time and the line, like the time they could spend there online, and then the business will be able to solve uh, a bit on the congestion. So the third solution to the problem is increasing business space. So actually, this is what I think as the main problem to the business, because the place is being like busy and noisy because it is too small to accommodate all the new customers. Moreover, uh, it is also lacking a parking space. So if the business increase its working area, this will help to reduce that noise and like that congested environment. So these are my three possible solutions that I think may work on the problems identified. And now allow me to now go to each of the question, then we choose uh, we are going to agree on the right answer to attribute to each question. So I think for the problem statement, I can say that we all provided like the right problem that is there. And now what you can talk about, uh, it's about the factors that are leading to the problem. So again, we start from Patrick. He will tell us what he think about what we can have as a group as a group uh, on that question. So Patrick, what do you that while noting down the solution will be identifying. So Patrick, can you share with us?
Can you please repeat that briefly? I didn't catch you well.
We are going to now come up with solutions, like the right answer to each questions. So I'm going to skip the first question about identifying the problem, but on the like from the second question to the fourth question, I think we are going now to come up with the the answers we think are correct for those questions. So from the second question, it's about the possible causes. You are going to help us come like propose to us what you think can be the right answer to the problem, to the question. I mean,
Okay, thank you. I think what everybody said here was, according to me, it was correct. Because I mean, it's not the question. I mean, a problem that is caused one thing by one thing. It's like a complex problem. But I think the main cause is it's mainly lack of organization. Because if they could have had organization, then things could go well. Like customers wouldn't be making noise. I mean, they would be having enough space. So I think only a lack of organization, like management of the space, is the main cause. Thank you.
okay, okay, Patrick. Thank you for coming up with this cause. Laisa, now you are going to help us also find another cause to the problem.
Well, thank you, Eve. So, I think that what Patrick said is the main. This is the main cause of the problem that driven ride business is facing. So, I think also that the environment, place, or location of the business not favorable to the customers. So, basing the fact that the building have the time to close, and then they will open in the middle of the day, in the middle of working days. That's a bit challenging. So I think that they should change the place. Because if they change the place, maybe they might find another place which is always open from maybe 8 a.m. up to 8 p.m. of the night. So that will enable them to never close, to have their business keep on working till the end. This will enable the employees to work with non-stop as well as for customers to receive the services they really need. This will avoid those nosy and long lines because at the time they will reach the place, they'll be open, and then the services they will be reached out to, they'll be given the service that they are willing. So I think the main cause is their environment as well as the location of the business.
Okay, thank you, Raisa and Patrick. So I don't know if I'm going to like all the points I have highlighted, like can be found in those two main ideas you contributed. So I had increase like in customers number with a limited space, and Patrick said that there is lack of organization because they can manage their small space, then they serve with their customers. And this goes hand in hand with Lisa's idea of the location. So another cause that I have identified is about using a business space for personal interest. So this also goes uh, hand in hand with the Patrick's idea of organization, because if they can find a way of reaching out to their customers, things can go well. So can we keep these two as the main cause to the problem, or you have like another point you think can be the cause to the problem?
Just skip the two. I think they're enough.
Okay, so thank you, Patrick. So we can now go to the third question. It's about the process that we can employ to come up with uh, solutions. So what do you think can we like take here as a process? You will need to refer to what you just said and what others have said, then you come up with a process you think can be better for this situation.
Okay, let me just go ahead and tell you. I thought Raisa was going, but let me do it. I think just it's mainly like the problem solving process. It's mainly the company even itself understanding the problem that they have of lack of organization and like not being not having like a system of managing their workplace, and also just like trying to brainstorm their solutions that work for themselves, and then implementing the solutions and doing an evaluation can be like the process I would find in simple terms. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you, Patrick. So you will need to write the steps in the chat section so that we can easily see what you just said. So Laisa, I think now maybe to come up with the process, we are going to think of the steps that can be taken while identifying the problem, then coming up with a solution. So maybe if you can talk about the steps that can be taken, then we may like come up with a process from there.
Well, thank you, Eve. Well, coming to the process that I can use to handle this issue. So first of all, they need to recognize that they have an issue. Some of the staff might not see that there is an issue. That's why the first step would be to recognize that there is an issue at the company. So the second thing is that they should meet, plan accordingly, propose different solutions to that issue. And then thirdly would be to put in action those steps as well as those solutions suggested for them to handle the issue that the company is facing for the moment. So that I think that'll be the three steps that I could use for that process. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Rice and Patrick. So, as you just said, for me, like I'm not going to like to say I can come up with this process, but I'm going to talk about the steps that can be taken, and then maybe we develop a process there. So, as you just said, like a company need to sit down and recognize the problem. So, as I just said previously on this question, then after identifying the problem, so they will analyze an issue, a problem that they are having. So after analyzing the problem, uh, they will need now to brainstorm solutions, like possible solutions to the problem they are having. And then after that, they will need to pick some of the good solutions to the problem, and they will need to implement the solution. So after implementation, they will need to evaluate whether their solution like worked out. So this is what I think, and maybe we can like adjust each one's idea, or like we try to make a process that uh, a drip and dry can follow to solve the problem. So I think maybe let's do this. Let's talk about the steps. I'm going to mention like to highlight a step, then you say whether you go for it or not. Like we're going to challenge the
Okay.
steps. So I think the first step to go with is to identify the problem. What do you think about it?
That's perfect. I think so.
Yes, that is perfect.
Okay, so after identifying the problem, what should be done?
You choose so different solutions.
Yes, or analyzing the issue as well as to come up with those possible solutions,
Okay, so
which goes
we will
into
say like
what Patrick said actually.
okay, so it's coming up with possible solutions. After that, so I think after like coming up with possible solutions, then they will sit down and choose like a potential solution to the problem. Maybe they might be having a 10 solution, then they say, let's have these three solutions. If this one don't work, maybe you go for this one.
Yes.
So, okay, selecting. And then, so after having these solutions, they will need to implement them. Okay.
Okay.
Yes, of course. You have to implement them.
So after implementing solutions,
They evaluate the solutions and see if they're
Yeah.
working, and that's it.
so like if they find that maybe the solutions are not working, they will need to go to the same process.
Yes.
Okay. So Now let's talk about the third question about it's about solutions. So can we have like three solutions to have on the deliverable?
Yes, of course.
Okay, so from the from the project directions, they say that each one should come up uh, with a solution. So we need to listen from one another, then we write the idea down. Okay, so Patrick, your solution.
Yeah. So my solution is just have organization. That is my solution.
How will this help like the company to move through this?
Yeah, they should have organization, of course, and like they should try to um, have the customers who are making noise, those who are bringing up disorganization, those who are staying for a day. All that traffic should be kind of controlled, and that is of course organization. And also they should try to I mean, organization like incorporates all things that you do to have this solution achieve, I mean, solved. So I think that is like mainly about organizing the workplace and trying to see how things can work. And also, someone talked about bringing up an online system where which can also reduce traffic. So that is mainly organization. That is my answer. Thank you.
Okay, so Patrick, maybe you're having like internet issue, but we heard you. So Thaisa, Patrick said that we have like drip and dry should have organization. So what do you think as can be the second possible solution to the problem?
Well, I think
Are you
that the
getting
second
me?
solution will, yes. I was saying that the second major solution that will be taken by Drip and Drive to solve this issue that I have, I think that providing online services will enable them to manage the space as the parking is very small. This will enable the customers to come for their orders and then leave the place. This will enable also the business to have enough space for those customers who are willing to buy. This will also chase those people out who just came there for one drink because they will see others coming for their orders and then they will be ashamed. They will just take what they want to take and then leave the place. So online services will just easy things out as everything will be, every services will be provided as indicated, and then employees will also have less work to do to deal with customers, especially in person. So that's what I think about the second solution that could be used to handle this issue. Thank you.
Okay, thank you so much, Raisa, for sharing. So you just said that they should employ like online services. They should have online services. So lastly, like the last point I have on this question is increasing the business space. So we have seen that actually the main cause of the problem is space because whenever like throughout the documents and resources, what you have just realized that the business was lacking space because you could find the people online like waiting for their orders. We could find like the space very congested where we had like those ones who were doing their personal stuffs. And again, the price was way too high. was noisy. This means that the place is small. So the best way to extend it so that it can keep their activities. So I did not say that maybe the problem is about location, because this business is based like at that spot. So that means that uh, like it has got a reputation, and when like you try to move business from one place to another, it's like starting again. So instead, maybe if like they have an extended area, or they can just buy from their neighbors, then they set their business well. So this is what I think. So I said is extend a business area. So on this fourth question, we have three possible solutions, which are organizing, employing online services, and increasing a business space. So uh, you can see that now we have tackled all the questions, and you have provided the answers that you think are right to the problems. So I would like to thank you again for your time and attention. So we may call this a day. Thank you so much.
Thank you too.
Thank you, guys.